Sunday morning. Excuse me. It is Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. It's the end of the weekend for me. And we are ready for the footing people come and do their work. I actually made up the boxes for the footings under the posts. I just had all the wood and I had the time and I figured I would do it. The pins are the exact centers of the posts, but like this one's crooked and it doesn't really matter because the pin is still in the center. And what I'm going to have them do, these are 8-inch deep boxes. I'm going to have them pour them right to the top, and then this is all going to get graded. The original grade that we worked on should be to the tops of all of these boxes. So after they pour the concrete, we'll pull the forms off and regrade this, and it should end up being completely flat. And the 8-inch by 16-inch footing for the walls should be 2 inches higher than this level, so that when we put foam on, 2 inches of foam on here, the foam will come to the top of the footing, and we'll pour 4 inches of concrete on top of that, and so that will rest on top of that footing and even on top of the foam. So this is the footing for the chimney. This is the only one I hope that they can put rebar in. I had to guess. It seems like I went and measured chimney in my shop and I doubled the width, and I think that's going to be pretty good. My dad was out here helping me, and I was telling him how hard this is to dig, and he said, well, just imagine this sand, this stuff here, it all had a mile high thick a mile high thick sheet of ice on top of it, squishing it down. No wonder it's so compacted. So I can't even imagine that these are ever going to move, because the excavator had such a hard time digging it. I got to do some cleaning out down in there. Some stuff fell in, but basically that's it. We're ready for him to show up. He said he'd be here on Tuesday, but I want to be ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday, so that if he happens to have a chance to show up, it's ready to go. So that's it. We started haying, so hopefully tomorrow or the next day we'll put in the first batch of hay for 2020. All right. Hope everybody is staying safe from the coronavirus. All right. Wear your mask, do the right thing, and I'll film it when they're pouring the footings. See you later. All right, don't have the gimbal on, but this is what we've got. I got the chairs in there, they look really good. This is the grounding rod for the electrical. Is going to run up the wall. That's excellent. This is all set up here. He's got rebar down in there. It looks really good. Yep. Excellent. So this is all ready to pour. Yep. Chris does a really good job. I'm filming a bunch of stuff, and I'll probably edit out almost all of it. We're just doing these drop sections first. I'll go around and do the edits. Fabulous. I'm glad I spread that mulch on there. Hardly any weeding. I might try that next year too. I gotta go get, there's another barrel up in the barn. I'll go grab it. Do you want the barrel out? Do you need the barrel for watering? I think you need watering system.
I think there's
Well,
sweat on the
welcome
lens.
back. It's Saturday morning. It's going to be over 90 today and very humid, so I'm going to try to get something done this morning. You're all wondering why I painted the tops of the footings. Well, in my infinite wisdom, I'm thinking that I saw something online years ago about the walls in your house wicking up moisture because the concrete's so porous, wicking up moisture from the footings, which are constantly in a damp or wet environment. And so, just like heat and cold, heat's trying to get to cold and cold to heat, the damp is trying to get to the less damp air in the house. They're trying to find an equilibrium, so it's constantly wicking moisture up the, even if you seal the outside of the wall and the inside, there's still that chimney effect up the wall and into the house. And I thought, well, I'll put plastic under the footing. That'll cure that. But they're going to end up poking holes in it and walking over it, disturbing it. And if it's not perfect, you can't tell because it's under the concrete. And I thought, well, maybe I'll paint the tops of the footings with tar because that would really seal it up. But then they can't snap lines on it to set their panels for the walls forms. So I thought, oh, really the best I can do is paint the tops with some, it would have been probably better with an oil-based paint, but I just painted it with an acrylic. And went over it twice, and it probably needs a third time, but I don't know if I'll get to it or not. I'm also going to caulk around all of the rebar sticking out because they've got a bunch of holes there. And this is my feeble attempt at trying to make a seal between that chimney effect so that there's less, it's not going to be perfect, but there's less chance of a lot of moisture wicking up through the walls and into our house. So that's what I did. This is just like I said, I've never done this before. I don't know anybody who, I talked to the guy for the footings, he'd never heard of it either. It's basically a cold joint between the footing and the wall, so there's no, the concrete actually, it doesn't adhere to itself, it's just controlled by gravity and friction and the rebar that's in there. And there will be a floor in here holding the bottom of the wall from coming in, and so anyway, that joint is not, it's a cold joint, so it's not really adhered to each other, the wall and the footing. So anyway, I'm going to give it a try. I have nothing to lose, and it actually might work. Now, who knows how long? Will it last? A year, 10 years, 100 years? Of course, nobody's ever going to get back to check on it, but we will be able to tell in our cellar if it's an uncontrollably damp environment, which I'm going to do everything I can to alleviate that. All right, stay tuned to the experiment.